Yes, what I was just telling you is that there was a coup in Nigeria on Saturday, 2nd of September 2023. There was a coup, and it was hashed in Edo State of Nigeria with sporadic gunshots and conscious disenfranchisement of the people under the guise of local government elections. That is the point I'm making. It was executed from the smoky barrels of the People's Democratic Party, with Governor Godwin Obaseki leading the coup through the manipulation of his hand-picked officials of the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission. This is the same Obaseki who the good people of Edo State supported against the Adams Oshomole's oppression, Adams the Wolf. Nigerians supported Obaseki because of the apparent oppression. You know, the aftermath of the violent coup was the declaration of PDP as winner in all the 18 local government areas of the state. This coup is coming on the heels of the statement by Obaseki that his deputy Philip Shaibu was planning a coup to overthrow him. We are in a civilian government in Nigeria does not mean that Nigeria is practicing democracy. That is something we must all understand. We are in a civilian government in Nigeria does not mean that Nigeria is practicing democracy. As long as the votes of the people don't count, as long as peaceful protesters are killed, as long as court orders are being disobeyed, Nigeria will continue to suffer under the pangs of desperate thievery and self-seeking neo-colonialists. This is not democracy. It's not because we just say democracy, democracy, democracy. The difference in coup, military coup, and civilian coup is in the uniform. One is wearing a military uniform, the other one is wearing agbada. This thing they are doing, they are the same. At least 37 coups are carried out every 2 years. Let's say 2-3 years, depend on when the various states are organizing their local government elections. We have 37 coups carried out in Nigeria every 2 or 3 years under the shameful guise of the so-called local government elections in the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. And all of such coups are usually masterminded by state governors who sweep, because that is the word they use. They sweep election results in favor of their various political parties to install their stooges as chairpersons and councillors. The goal is simple. They want to continue to manipulate, divert, steal local government funds, and to them, it is their way of consolidating power. In democracy, there is no law that one party must win all local government elections because the governor is from PDP, therefore all the local government areas must be won by PDP. What is it? You keep old men in the rain waiting for ballot boxes while you are thumbprinting the ballot boxes in hotels and private homes? Is that the democracy we're talking about? And the sad thing about this election and the coup in Nigeria is that the federal government, the African Union, ECOWAS, international press, international community, they remain silent while the people groan and suffer under this coup. Does power in Nigeria, can you say power belongs to the people? It is not enough to have it as a slogan. Will today's people of Gabon or Niger Republic tolerate such excesses from their governments? This aberration can never be accepted even in a country like South Africa. For how long must we continue to fool ourselves? We allow the government to fool us, very few people, because they depend on thugs. Apart from the uniforms, there are no differences between military and civilian coups. The civilian coups are mostly carried out by higher thugs, supplied with murderous weapons. Governors, they give guns to thugs to terrorize their people for ballot papers. That gun, those machete you are giving to all these people, one day they will use it and they will turn against you with those same ammunitions. I'm talking to Nigerian governors. Those ammunitions you are giving to thugs, they will one day use them against you. And for you youths, they give you thugs, you just take it, they give you weapons of war, you just collect them for 20,000, 30,000, and you start to maim people, shoot. But the children of the people that are sending you, they are at home, watching DSTV, in air-conditioned rooms, with mobile police officers at the entrance of their gates. How do we change the system? We cannot change the system without changing the youths, the mentality of the youths, the so-called thugs. Without thugs, these governors can do nothing. Politicians in Nigeria can do nothing. As traditional, the hand-picked winners are already sworn in. The next 2 days, if an election holds on Saturday, on Monday, the governor swears in the so-called new local government chairpersons. Will the opposition parties and the people ever call for a forensic examination of the ballot papers? Is this the same PDP that seek justice at the Presidential Elections Tribunal in Abuja? The same madness takes place in states where the governor belongs to a particular political party. These are state elections where they budget huge sums of money that are usually diverted. These electoral coups are the reasons why voters' apathy continue to exist in our country, because people have lost trust. People have lost trust. Apathy towards elections have increased. Nigerians have lost trust in their elections. And whenever the people lose trust in the elections, there's no democracy. Because elections are the cornerstones of democracy. For example, despite the manipulations, elections, or the total number of registered voters in Ego, local government area of Edo State, was 347,076 registered on paper. But during that sham election, organized or stage managed by Godwin Obaseki, only 92,554 people came outside to vote. So here were the over 200, about almost 200,000 people. So the number of accredited voters are equally fake. It is not enough that elections are permitted to be held in very few places where the coupists voted. They took pictures to hoodwink the public and post false narratives as if the elections were being held in all the local government areas. No. We saw Obaseki when he went to vote, to cast his vote, when he said, yeah, I'm here now, yes, I've come to cast my vote. They just select few places where the election should take place. They do videos, make pictures to give the impression that the elections are going on everywhere. For how long will this continue? This is a slap on Nigerians. And it is happening in every state, including my state, Delta State, not just Edo State. And these things are happening because Nigerians are silent. As usual, the coupists will say, go to court. Go to court. For how long will Nigerians continue to endure this nonsense in their country? Tell me. For how long? Is this election? Is this democracy? And we must start going after these thugs one by one. We should know their houses. We have to go against these thugs. Because if we don't use some thugs as examples in Nigeria, this thing will continue. They will give one talk 200 million naira, go and scatter election. They can't give you in life don't tire. They can't give you 10,000 or 5,000. I carry gun for you, give you collapse, may go begin shoot people. The person when they don't give 200 million naira, make you go organize boys council, you go build hotel, you go some other side they build schools. A person became can go talk school. Those people, they now invest in business in different businesses. They can give you 5,000, 10,000, make go kill yourself. Why? Because they're facing another man picking, I feed Chris. They see Chris for your body now. I mean, they give you 10,000 and make you go continue to the Chris. After election, 20K finish, 4 years you go to complain, say, hey, Tinubu not good, hey, Obaseki not good. But by the time when you collect, you don't get the brain to reason it by yourself. Now talk, people like me, they talk for politics. I know they do entertainment. I know they do skit. I know they do skit. Now politics talk. Now me they talk. Politics, we know they do entertainment. So if una like, make una listen. If una like, make una not listen. But if they reconcile, we tell una. Because most of I could even the system say we went there abroad. If I say Nigeria they pay us pass on ourselves when people they suffer there. They do election for abroad. You don't even know selection, they go on self. Everybody go normally because are normal people in a normal society. Everything for Nigeria now opposite. Why be like that? Why be like that? Until we transfer state elections to a central body with roles given to the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Nigerian Bar Association, we must focus on solving our internal political mess. While we leave the Gabonese and the Nigerians to solve their own problems, we need to solve our own problems. Until election rigging is treated as treason, this madness in high places will never stop. Every election rigger is a thief. Person when you rig election, if you enter a position, you must steal money because they blood, like character. Every election rigger na coup plotter. That is the fact. So civilian coup day, soldier coup day, I say be. But I know that until a mass revolution of the Nigerian people take place to address the various incalculable maladies in government, worsened by the theft of our commonwealth, the people will continue to groan on social media while coupists make a savage mockery of our green, white, green. Only a revolution can save Nigeria. Finish. Only a revolution. But I hope that that revolution will not just come like in form of we're expecting something. We have to do something for our country. We have to save Nigeria because the people that are putting us in this condition, they are less than 10,000 people in a population of over 200 million. For how long shall we continue like this? For how long?